السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Today we are gonna talk about adverbs of frequency. أحوال التكرار أي التي تعبر عن تكرار عمل الشيء. They tell us how often something happens. But before we start, let's check your answers for the questions on the present simple tense that were in the last video.
1. Ahmed plays tennis every weekend. 2. Does Ali go to park on Friday? 3. Where do you go every Monday? 4. They drink tea after dinner. 5. We eat dinner in the restaurant once a month.
Now let's start our lesson about adverbs of frequency. Do you know them? Think. Now what are they? Always, usually, sometimes, rarely, never. Always means you do it all the time, 100%. Usually means you do it nearly all the time, 80%. Sometimes means you do it in certain times, 50%. Rarely means you do it a little, 20%. Never means you didn't do it at all, 0%. أمثلة على ذلك examples. I always make my bed. It means I make it every day. I usually make my bed. It means I make it 5 days a week, maybe. I sometimes make my bed. It means I make it 3 days a week. I rarely make my bed. It means I make it 1 day a week, maybe not. I never make my bed. It means I didn't make my bed at all. How do we use them? We usually put adverbs of frequency before the verb and after the subject. نضعهم قبل الفعل وبعد الفاعل. I always read stories. I sometimes help my mom at home. He usually goes to the cinema on a Friday. She never cooks pasta. But be careful. If the main verb is am, is, are, adverbs of frequency are used after them. إذا كان الفعل الأساسي شكل من أشكال الverb to be am, is, are، نستخدم أحوال التكرار بعدهم. She is always nice. He is usually busy. I'm always quiet at school. Also be careful with. Sometimes can go at the beginning or at the end of a sentence. يمكن أن تستخدم sometimes في بداية الجملة أو في نهايتها بالإضافة إلى الموضع السابق بعد الفاعل كالآتي: I sometimes go to the park. Sometimes I go to the park. I go to the park sometimes. How can I use them to answer questions? كيف أستخدمهم في الإجابة عن الأسئلة؟ Do you ever go to the theater?
Yes, I sometimes go to the theater.
No, I never go to the theater.
Does she ever go to the theater?
Yes, she sometimes goes to it.
No, she never goes to the theater.
Do you always go to the cinema?
Yes, I always go to the cinema.
No, not always.
Do they sometimes leave the classroom?
Yes, they sometimes do.
No, they never do.
Attention, انتبه. If we have two verbs, the sentence will be subject, helping verb, adverb, main verb. I can never remember your name. She can sometimes visit you. Negative النفي. When using adverbs of frequency in the negative form, put the adverb before the main verb and after the negative. They don't always go to the cinema. She doesn't usually want to come with us. إذن في النفي تستخدم أحوال التكرار بعد النفي وقبل الفعل الأساسي. Don't always go. Doesn't usually want. أتمنى تكونوا استفدتوا من درس اليوم ويكون سهل عليكم. إن شاء الله نلتقي مجددا في رعاية الله وأمنه. Goodbye and good luck.